Hey there, and welcome to Carry On with Carrie Fitz. I'm Carrie Fitz, owner and broker of Carrie Fitz Real Estate in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Fairhope, Alabama, and Pensacola, Florida. We have new podcasts every Tuesday. So today we're going to talk about property taxes. Not a fun topic, but it is what it is. And how they affect real estate investments. What exactly are property taxes and where does the money go? Plus, how do they impact your real estate investments? Let's break it down. First up, what are property taxes and how are they calculated? It might sound a little dull or boring, because it is, but understanding property taxes is really important. Property taxes are what homeowners pay every year. Sometimes they're in your mortgage payment and you'd be paying them every month. Usually due on October 1st. They're an ad valorem tax, which means they're based on the value of your property. To figure out your property taxes, you multiply your property's assessed value by the local tax rate. The amount you owe can vary a lot depending on your location and your property value. Now here's something you might not know. Property taxes help fund a lot of the things that we use every day. City services. They pay for things like the police, the fire department, public libraries, city road repairs, public transportation, parks, all the local services. When you think about it, your property taxes are what keep your community running. Knowing this might make paying them a little less painful. It's not like you don't get anything for the money you're paying out for taxes. You do. You just may not. You may just be so used to having these services that you don't realize that they cost somebody something, and it's the taxpayers. So property taxes aren't just another bill. They're an investment in the place you call home. Now that we've gone over what property taxes are, we can get into what impact they have on your real estate investment. One of the most direct ways property taxes can affect your real estate investment is your home's affordability. Depending on the location and size of your home, some property taxes can be higher than others. Homes in different areas with the same purchase price can actually have a vastly different cost depending on property tax rates, which will end up affecting your monthly budget and overall affordability. Another thing property taxes could influence is your property value appreciation. Homes with higher property taxes could potentially deter a home buyer, while homes with lower property taxes may attract more buyers, potentially increasing property value. When making a real estate decision, consider how property taxes may affect long-term property value trends. Do remember, though, that property taxes are subject to change from local government budgets or votes that could go through to raise the taxes. So make sure you stay informed with local government votes and changes so you can stay prepared for any possible increases. As you can see, property taxes play a significant role in your real estate investment in many ways, such as your home affordability and the long-term value trends. By understanding what property taxes are and the ways that they affect your investment, you can make more informed decisions aligned with your financial goals. Now, I'm sure that you are aware that Alabama has some of the lowest property taxes in the nation. Mississippi and Alabama go back and forth as to who's number one all the time in terms of lowest property taxes. We are blessed to be able to have such low property taxes. That's why we get so much attention from investors from other states whose property taxes are much greater. Of course, having a winning football team helps with attention to Tuscaloosa, but Alabama in general, yes, they focus on Tuscaloosa because of the football, but they're looking at Alabama because of our low property base. When things like the stock market start to drop, you'll see a lot of investors taking that money out of that investment and putting it into property. And properties in Alabama are pretty much a sure thing. We are very lucky here with what we have. The other thing is make sure, and I always try to tell my buyers this, when you buy your property, you're at closing, the closing attorney will say that within about 2 weeks, you will see your deed come in the mail, whatever address you've given them, whether it's P.O. Box or your current address or the address of the property you just purchased. That deed will come in the mail 2 or 3 weeks. When you get that deed, take it to the tax assessor's office on Greensboro Avenue and make sure that you, if this is your primary residence that you're buying, that you get it homesteaded. It will take you longer to park than it will to get this done. If you are a couple, only one of you needs to go, and you only need to go once while you own this home. Now, of course, if you sell it and buy something else, you'll have to go for the next home. But if you live in this home for 10 years, 20 years, you only have to go one time to do this and homestead your property taxes. If you don't, your taxes will be double for the following year. Now, in Alabama, even double, I know that you don't know that if you haven't lived in another state, but they're not that big of a deal. But still, why would you want to pay twice as much? You can't show up in February and show up to pay your taxes and think, okay, in March, it's going to be cut in half. Nope, you have to wait that whole year, that whole tax season. It won't swap over to the homestead until the end of that year in the fall. So make sure that you take that deed when you close, that you receive in the mail a few weeks after closing, and get down to Greensboro and go to the tax assessor's office and claim your homestead. Please. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Carry On with Carrie Fitz. That's all for today. Until next time, carry on.